And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, once again here. We're going to be ready with some more Counter-Strike here, the ESL ESEA Pro League. It's NiP and Fnatic, and they're already on the server, so in fact, I'll switch it on over. And Semlo, what's up? Are you still with us?
Oh yeah, dude. This is going to be a good match on Dust2 as well, so this could be really fun. Anders, what do you think? What are your first impressions already of this sweet-on-sweet matchup? Because I got French versus Danish yesterday, and it wasn't pretty.
It wasn't pretty, no. I gathered as much. I think it's going to be a really fun game, actually. Fnatic have pretty decisively run away with like the title as the best Swedish team. But, I mean, NiP are a persistent and pretty hungry team. I don't see them sort of giving up on that fight anytime soon. And on this particular map, they could stand a decent chance, I think. They've got Alu playing, you know, AWPing, and we've seen Forest op on Dust2 before. Who is to say that they couldn't somehow out-AWP JW and Olofmeister in a, you know, just a couple of good engagements and maybe come up with a bit of a win here. NiP certainly needed a lot more right now than Fnatic do in this group.
Yeah, but just throwing it out there right now, the last few times these teams have faced on Dust2, Fnatic have won.
How much?
So
can we
the last one was close, 16-14.
Okay.
The one before that was 16-12. So just going off of the head-to-head essentially. Fnatic are 2-0 right now at Dust2, but I mean, both times were really close. So maybe if NiP ate their Wheaties today, or, you know, hold on, they don't eat Wheaties in Sweden. What do they eat? They eat that caviar stuff. That's horrendous. Like,
Köttbullar. I mean, that's
no, that's meatballs,
that is what
dude.
They eat. Yeah, that's what they eat, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they have that caviar stuff in the morning. It's like they spread it on knäckebröd, you know, and like
yeah,
the
callus.
Ah man, it's horrible. I can't even. But whatever, they have that. If they had that this morning, they're gonna be good, NiP. They're gonna be feeling pretty solid, pretty beastly.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Yeah, Swedish food is like. I mean, köttbullar is definitely amazing. I'm down for that. But some of the other Swedish sort of, you know, specialties, they're a bit beyond me. You know, they just are. But I know that, you know, Swedish people say the same about Danish, so I don't know. It's just a thing, right? It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
All right, so who are you with, NiP or Fnatic? Who's going to take it away?
Well, I'm gonna go with Fnatic.
You're going to base
because I think that Olofmeister has now had a little bit of time to recuperate. He might not be 100%, but he certainly looked pretty on point versus Hellraisers earlier on. JW also firing, landing some shots with the AWP, so he'll have had a chance to warm up. And Krim's clearly looking pretty solid. When those three guys are looking like they're pretty much on their game, that's when Fnatic become unbeatable, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put Fnatic out there. I'm gonna say, you know, 16-12 Fnatic.
16-12, unbeatable Fnatic. I mean, it's hard not to sort of jump on that boat, isn't it? I actually think Fnatic is going to win as well. I mean, I want it to make it fun and be like, nah, NiP, but I've got a gut feeling that Fnatic are going to be on point. But I mean, then again, like one of the most unpredictable matchups is probably like, you know, online best of one Dust2, right, between two good teams. This is like, in terms of betting, it's almost like 50-50 who wins this, I think.
Yeah, we could go with that.
So, yeah, but no, if I had to make a guess, if I had to make a call, I would say I'd probably go for Fnatic as well.
Yeah, it's really hard not to go with Fnatic in almost any situation these days, because pretty much any team beating Fnatic is an upset. Of course, there's a difference in, like, the scale of the upset, right? But as far as I'm concerned right now, Fnatic are still at the top of the food chain. So, you know, if NiP can get a win here, that would be really good for them. And really, actually, as far as the groups are concerned, it is just... This is such an important match for NiP. And the reason why... I had to switch tabs there real quick just to bring it back. But the reason why, essentially, is because NiP have played 14 matches. Fnatic have only played 10. And they're tied right now. But 8-0-6 is NiP's record. 8-0-2 and, well, 9-0-2 now after the Hellraisers match. I mean, that's going to be a problem for NiP. Like, they cannot afford to lose a single map, essentially, because there's still a lot of teams nipping at their heels that haven't played as many maps either. I mean, Virtus Pro still sitting on 10 maps. Actually, Na'Vi still sitting on 10, although we saw them earlier, so they'll have played 11. I mean, there's teams that can take these spots at the LAN and that are going to be coming after NiP's position right now because they're sitting in third.
Yeah, so they need to not just win here, but they need to win with a good margin, just to try and make sure. Look at JW actually running up behind NiP. This is so cool. Fnatic, they want every edge they can get. They're going to try and send JW backstabbing NiP. Oh, but he makes a bit too much noise, and the game is up. NiP. Yeah, that was a nice trick there, though, from Fnatic. I like that.
That's always so dirty, right? It's like, what? You know, it was long, right? We're supposed to knife long, right? And it completely backfires, and JW's going to get overwhelmed as well. Freiburg, he can't do anything, and this is going to be NiP getting to choose which side they want to start on. And actually, I wouldn't even be surprised to see NiP start T side.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what's going to happen, because now this is a CT-sided map. And what happened? What used to happen back when things were starting to go, well, they weren't quite CT yet. NiP would just say, well, you know what? We're going to start on CT side, get our eye in, get what rounds we can, and then just hammer our opponents on T side. And now look, NiP, they're doing the same thing, except that now that it's a CT sided map, they're like, okay, we'll start T side, get our eye in, get the rounds we can, and then lock things down. So nice little take here by NiP. Let's see what they've got in store for us here.
Well, spotting in the middle early on here is Forest, and I think he spotted a bunch of people crossing over. Pronax, though, maybe thought they were upper dark still, because he ran right into that bullet. Good start for NiP, and they're going to make their way up short real quickly, even get right behind for the look, as he always does. Turns around, takes out JW, and then now he's fighting, well, he doesn't have to, but he could be fighting Olofmeister in the middle, while the A-bomb side is completely lost. This is a shocking start as NiP just completely outmaneuver Fnatic here.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, they just landed the shots all over the place. Free bomb site for them. Krim's down to 11 HP. Takes the fight with Alu and loses. Krim's not getting anything done in that situation. And Freiburg, I love the position. I mean, this is such a sick position. Right up there on the edge of the box, looking on Cat, picks out Olofmeister, and Exist will take out Flusha. A perfect, flawless pistol round coming in for NiP. Well, okay then.
Yeah, nice start indeed. And you're right, Freiburg's position, very cool when he just has that USPS to take a good headshot there. Fnatic's reply, on the other hand, is 1 P250, 157, and 3 CSET 75s. It's almost like they just want to upset NiP, because we don't see them normally doing this. But and I'm a bit surprised that they don't have a single scout here. That actually upsets me.
Not a single scout? What? Where's JW scout? What is this? Get right. Entry fragging. Oh, one thing that we need to point out as well, and this is in case you aren't aware, whether you haven't watched the NiP things or you haven't got the news, but Get Right is calling right now. So Get Right first onto a site, and Get Right calling the shots right now for NiP. That might actually throw Fnatic for a little bit of a loop. That's something to take into account here.
It'll definitely change how NiP play. I mean, the players will still play a similar style, but you're right. There could be a bit of a difference here. Flusha, you can catch Alu. That's actually a scout as well on Alu, so that would be such a big win if he could somehow take it and, you know, run away with it. But they're all around him. He's going to throw up a smoke and should be going down here any second. Great double kill, though. That is so expensive for NiP. Getting a bit too close to the one-shot range of that P250. That's painful.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a sick bait by Flusha as well. That was so the timing was perfect as well, because Freiburg didn't get to see the angle that the smoke came in at. He just saw the smoke bloom. So he doesn't know if Flush is on the other side of that or not. That was just perfect play by Flusha, and he made that pretty expensive. Nearly gets an AK as well, but of course, you know, third man there to lock things down. And NiP will go up 2-0 in rounds now. So Fnatic, they finally get some kills on the board, basically, because that was getting pretty close to it being a perfect 2 rounds in a row for NiP, which is just unacceptable as far as Fnatic are concerned.
Krim's most definitely dead. He got shot in the face with an AK, and his corpse got bombarded with 2 grenades. So there's no chance of any kind of recovery there. I don't know what kind of defibrillators you need to revive someone in that state. You know, they're gonna have to be hooked up to like a Tesla coil that just, you know, and you pretty just fry the body at that point. It's just a lost cause. You're not gonna get him back at that point. So 3-0 here for NiP. The 4th round coming up, and there is no AWP being picked up on Fnatic. They just didn't feel like it. Not sure they even could. Maybe no, but not even Pronax I think could have done it. So yeah, no AWP at all.
Yeah, that's painful. Yeah, he was $100 short from getting the AWP. So no AWP for JW, for Olofmeister, for anybody. It's just going to be straight rifles, and they go so far as to use a smoke as well. Nice nade onto Alu, though, and the follow-up, the double nade, in fact, goes through. And Olofmeister just spraying through the smoke, takes out Forest. Freiburg goes leaping through, trying to return the kill, but Olofmeister is there, keeping his cool. Picks up a 2nd kill, and not sure if he realizes that Exist is waiting in mid, but now a 1-on-5 for Exist. What a complete and utter turnaround here for NiP in this crucial 4th round.
Yeah, what are you going to do here if you exist? Right now, you need some really high damage, so high impact kills where you just take a lot of equipment away from Fnatic, especially that AWP that JW stole. If they could have somehow made sure he didn't get that, that would have been the ultimate. But not going to work out, and Fnatic have a perfect round as soon as they get rifles. NiP will buy another AWP and plenty of guns here on their side, but after this round, they'll be out of money. Fnatic actually do have a little bit more. That perfect round is really going to help them out. Alu getting the shot on Crims as he tries to cross, which is going to be annoying to him. Down to 36 from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's going to make Crims have to play a little bit more carefully here. He might try to take up his position on plateau behind the box, essentially, where it's like if you get headshot, then whatever, you're dead anyway. Doesn't matter how much HP you have. So we'll see how that develops over there on the B side. But NiP, they should realize now, okay, we've weakened the defense over there. Might be interesting for us to go for a B play eventually. They aren't going to commit to it very fast. They aren't going to commit to it very quickly. As if they had got the kill itself, they might have just sped onto that site. But now they're going to try and make they're going to try and make Fnatic think, you know, hey, we're going to want to come over to this A site soon.
Freiburg putting a couple of shots to the smoke, not going to connect with anyone. Bomb making its way back to T-spawn, all the way towards the B bomb site. So this is for us a huge tell about what's going on. Definitely looking like a B push right now. Question is, where is Exist going to go from here? Is he going to be faking long with Freiburg as well up on short? I mean, they could try and put some pressure on these two positions and then maybe force someone away from mid, essentially, into CT spawn so that they are as far away from the B bomb site. Because right now it's Crims here, but look at Olofmeister. Somehow he sees this coming and is in the bomb site. It's a very smart play right now from Fnatic. Crims looking for an opening. Not going to get it though. Olofmeister back in middle. Going to get the kill on Freiburg. There's Crims with a double headshot. Looking for another one. It will be a triple. What a sick performance from Fnatic. 2 and 3. I mean, that's just outrageous, Sumner. That was one hell of a round again.
My mouth is just hanging open at this point. What the hell was that from Crims? I think he got a 2-for-1 headshot with one of those bullets as well, because they kind of like stacked up. And, well, it was just like first bullet hits one guy, and because that guy's crouching, the kickback on the second one just bumps up into Get Right's face. Whatever that was, and that was sick as well from Fnatic. Olofmeister coming back onto that B site. Freiburg making noise up on Cat. This is a huge tell as far as Fnatic are concerned as well. Freiburg, when he took those shots through the smoke, I think that's when it started crossing Olof's mind, like, wait a second. This isn't actually new at all from NiP. They're just leaving Freiburg up on Cat like they always do, and they're going to try and come B. So Olofmeister one step ahead, and this time around it's just going to be the straight rush out onto Cat here for NiP. 4 players alive, and they do a lot of damage to Flusha, force him to give up that angle.
Yeah, and that grenade from Flusha got blocked by one of the objects up there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Bomb will go down for NiP. I don't think they can hold the bomb site. A bit of a Kukli move coming out there as JW jumps and kills Forest, but he was on like 10 health, so it's a little bit less impressive, really. That's going to be 3-3, and we are moving into the 7th round. Fnatic immediately equalizing the score. They have had 3 rounds in a row where they have lost nobody to NiP. That is kind of shocking.
Yeah, actually, this... Talk about a turnaround, right? Bit of a beating at the start there for Fnatic, but as soon as they got rifles, all of a sudden it just turned, like the pain train, man, left the station. And NiP, unfortunately, you know... Wow. All right, nice tag there by Alu. He's getting consistent hitting those shots, and now, okay, it's the YOLO play from NiP. They're like, okay, enough of the shenanigans, enough of the slow play. That's not working. What we're going to do now, straight rush onto the B site. And, well, Crims is just shutting them down. Not even breaking a sweat doing it.
Yeah, really good. Just a hard stop, essentially. No entrance there at all. The rest of NiP still outside, and did a little bit of damage to Crims, but they're going to have to fall back. And the question is, where do you go now? The problem with putting everyone over here is that now when they go back on the rest of the map, they don't really know where Fnatic are. They kind of have to check everything, which is going to take such a long time. You can't even tell that Alu is like being super paranoid up here in T-spawn as well. He's wondering, did anyone sneak in? Is there someone in the corner? Right? Because they've just been spotted on the other side of the map, so it's good that they win the battle in the middle here. Forest is going to be picking off Flusha, and we're into a 3v3 with a chance for NiP to get back into this, definitely. Even though they are a bit low on health on 2 of their players, they could do this.
Yeah, now it's the mind game from Forest. He puts that smoke down in mid doors to make Fnatic. If anybody was holding CT anywhere close to the slope, to make them think that was going to be that they're going to go up Cat NiP. And JW currently just waiting to see if this is going to be a mid-split, but Crims with his AWP picks up the first man, gets Forest as well, and could he get Alu? No, Alu will finally strike and take him out. 20 seconds left, and he's going to have time to get this bomb plant down because nobody's in position to stop him. JW misses the shot, and Alu hits it back! Headshot from him, brings it back to a 1v1.
That is actually nuts. I was going to say maybe JW could have got the crossover kill, but then Alu comes back and actually gets revenge then. So now he's looking into middle. Pronax going to be walking out. Alu in a supreme position. Pronax is going to have such a hard time guessing it. He goes down. Alu clutching a 1v3 with an AWP without the bomb even being down. That is so sick. The Finnish player just stepping it up massively. Also top fragging on the NiP side at 7-3-3. Yeah, it's not bot Alu, it's God Alu.
No, it's totally bot Alu, except he was in God mode.
Yeah, aim bot.
Boom!
Alu.
Doesn't miss a shot. Gets you in his crosshairs, you're a dead man. JW, man, that flick on a JW was ludicrous, was so sick. Just, yeah, okay, whatever. Alu, love to see that he's hitting the shots right now, and this has now made this game very interesting because NiP, a 4th round on the board. Fnatic forcing out, getting all the money that they can basically to go into this big buy round. They still have a little bit left in the bank, though, so it's not the end of the world for Fnatic. Having had those 3 rounds before, the perfect rounds makes it so that they actually have some money to spend. It's really all pressure on NiP, though. They got that round, but it was off of a clutch 1v3. That doesn't happen every day. Now they have to get something that they can actually execute consistently that will get them rounds.
Yeah, that is definitely the big issue here, is that you can't expect to win consecutive rounds with Alu clutching 1v3s. That's not going to happen, and this time they need to win the battle up here at the bomb side, but also down on long is going to be very important. Pronax waiting patiently for Exist to walk on in, and Exist trying to slow it down. I mean, that position would normally be where Get Right was playing, and something that he's quite good at. Nice shot here from Olofmeister. Also does a lot of damage, but can't find the kill on Get Right, who just puts down the bomb. So now it's a 2v2, and a bit of an attempted retake coming out now from Fnatic.
Yeah, they're still waiting on the man to come through here. Crims is going to get that flash, but Get Right sees it coming. He's not going to get caught off guard here, and if Get Right peeks forward, he can take out Crims practically for free. Crims going for the reload in his face, looks for the headshot on Alu, not going to get it. Yes, he will, and he goes for the jumping shot on the Get Right as well. Op is there, and they've got the kits. They've got the time. They should have the time at least. This is going to be cutting it real close. Okay, but Crims didn't believe, Anders. Crims was already running. He was like, I got to save this op. You know what, Pronax, I'm going to leave you. You do your thing. Good job, buddy. And he ran.
That was super well played by Crims, and more quickly spam in the chat, obviously. It's going to be 4-4, and the 9th round coming up, and a bit of a reset here for NiP. Winning a round, losing a round, and putting themselves back on Glocks with the one flashbang. Are they going to rush into B to see if they can Glock Crims down somehow? It's just cruel, isn't it?
No, it didn't really work last time, actually. So they've got a single flash, yeah. Single flash on Get Right. They're waiting for the nades, basically. As soon as this smoke clears, they're going to time it so that they run just as it clears. They're going to have that flash for the site as well. 2 players holding solid on the site, though, is going to make this pretty rough. And there you go. Crims already starting off strong. 2 kills for him. Runs out of bullets and sets it up for Olofmeister to take the peek. But Olofmeister, not the best gun to be dealing with this. Just an AWP, and he's going to get shot in the face by Forrest, who catches him up close.
Yeah, Alu trying to cover the window entrance. Going to take down Crims, and the bomb goes down. This is a huge win for NiP. This is much more than they should have got out of this round. I don't think they can win it possibly, but still, they're trying their very best here. Forrest trying to stay alive will end up dropping, and pretty much an instant defuse there coming out. So 5-4, but losing 2 and with the bomb plant is just a terrific round for NiP. Well played.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much mission accomplished for them. Fnatic are happy because they saved both of their AWPs. So Olofmeister isn't going to have to tap too much into that 8,000 bank. He's only going to drop a couple thousand. So they're still maintaining their money over on Fnatic's side. And once again, they're in the lead, 5-4. NiP now, though, full buy on their part. And, man, not a lot left in the bank. But it would be, it'll be enough. We'll see. Freiburg is actually going aggro long, though. Flashes his way out. Unfortunately for him, though, nobody is here. Instead, it's just going to be Pronax. But he falls back up onto the site. It was an aggro play on Cat. Instead, an Olofmeister alone is going to just assassinate Get Right and fade back into the distance.
Yeah, I like the fact that Olofmeister was sort of falling back from that position, and then he just hesitates for a second, and Get Right comes out of Lower Dark and gets his face exploded. So now they're actually sniping for Olofmeister from Pit, and he seems to want to take this fight. You've got to be careful. There's 3 people down there. If he over-peaks the angle, could definitely be going down.
Yeah, he's got to play it careful here because he still has a man alive on Cat, so they realize nobody's pushing aggro. That, I mean, the Forrest did give away his position by putting that nade onto Pronax and then the flash through mid as well, so that's why JW is basically still hanging around there, and he gets rewarded for his patience, picks out Forrest. But now the remaining 3 players for NiP working their way up long, just now getting across. And there's the shot mid-air. Alu catches out Olofmeister, and now they're going to be able to get a safe plant here for long. NiP with Alu and the op, this should be a really solid position for them.
Yeah, super silly play from Olofmeister. There was no reason here to do that at all. If he stays in Gandalf like that, it's going to be a plenty powerful position for the after plant. Crims will take down Exist here, and Freiburg spraying away, going to pick up the 1 kill. Let's see if he can do a little bit more. Does take down Flusher, and next in line might be Crims, who's jumping and shooting down. They're still trying to make it work. I mean, he's done it twice already. Might not go for a 3rd time, but Freiburg is there for the triple kill. And NiP are going to bring it back to 5-5. And Flusher is very low on money for some reason. Everyone else is doing fine, so I don't see Fnatic really ecoing here. But this game is still pretty close. There's no one really being allowed to run away with it.
Yeah, it's just tit for tat right now. A fair trade at all turns. And one thing that's fun to note is that NiP picked up the double op. They managed to save both of them. Although, of course, he lived in pit at the end of the round, so he's got his. But then they elect to actually pick up Olofmeister. So Forrest, he's got an op. Alu's got the spawn for long, though, and is Pronax going to peek out? Yes, he will. Alu misses the shot, though. And now Pronax is going to be in position in pit. They can't actually force this NiP. Back to standard stuff now, getting back into mid, seeing as how they missed their opportunity to do big damage.
Looked like Guerrero was almost going to catch Olofmeister, but he gets into the corner far enough that he won't actually get found out. So we'll see what NiP can show us here. Still got plenty of time. They haven't really, have you noticed this? They haven't gone for many B-split pushes under the leadership of Get Right here. So I'm
that's very true.
Wondering if they'll switch around for that at some point. Oh. Well, wasn't really much damage onto Crims, but still a bit annoying then. Bit of a team grenade going in there. Are they going to end up on short? They've got 2 people here. The bomb being dropped at top mid. And they just need that one opening in NiP. You can tell they're playing for it as well. Trying to see if they can make it work. Yes, Crims being traded still favorably, but if you kill a guy in middle, the natural impulse isn't really to run A. It's usually to run B. And Fnatic, they do have a big stack here at the A bomb site.
Yeah, they've got 3 players alive here already. Bit of a triangle getting set up as well. Goose is occupied, and there it is. Pronax peeks out. 1-for-1 trade there, but he does the damage, and that sets it up for Flusha. Drops the bomb carrier, gets the double spray down, and with 8 seconds left, there's just no time. Olofmeister, he's not that patient, man. He doesn't even decide to wait that long. He'll just get the kill outright, take Alu out, and now both ops saved once again. Returns to Fnatic, and the trend continues, Anders. Just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. And generally, when you keep going back and forth, it's going to end up in favoring the terrorist side there. It was a really funny moment when we switched to Olofmeister, when he was flashed and just shooting into the sky. That looked really good. But in the end, he managed to stabilize, and it will be a good situation here for the Fnatic team moving forward, as NiP are going to be ecoing. Fnatic, they do seem to be winning some crucial rounds that will allow them to force it to eco, which is important.
Yeah, this should be another solid round here for Fnatic. They're looking like they're pretty confident with taking the fights. They're going to be able to reestablish some of that money that they were forced to spend in the last round. And as far as NiP are concerned, it's not looking too good for them to actually get the bomb plant here. If they do, it's pretty much like an act of God, a miracle, one of those go buy a lottery ticket scenarios because you just used all your luck. Or tonight is your lucky night, I suppose. Is that what we got to go with? No, you run into Flusha with an AWP holding from B, and you're gone. Done. Nothing to do.
I always like that logic, you know. Like, you're lucky in one place, then automatically it has to transfer onto something else. It's just, I don't think it works that way, Sumler. I don't think statistics, you know.
You have to just exude luck after that point, because then, you know, you get lucky, and then you just continue to generate your own luck. And as soon as you let go, that's why it's like when you go to sleep, you're actually resetting your luck because you're no longer focusing on it, right?
Oh, a bit of a rush coming up. I've got a question for you after this, Semler, but they're going for the bomb site fast. This hasn't worked before for NiP, and again, Crims and Olofmeister, they're just shutting down this bomb site. Finally, there's a good return here, but a lot of damage already being dealt out to the remaining NiP players. So yes, a 3v3, but they need that bomb down quick. Get Right going to go and put it down. Not a standard plan, in fact. Going to go for a bit of a different path, but he's going to get almost overrun. There's JW running in. Picks up another one. Grenade on Exist, and there's JW with a kill to finish the round, making it 7-5. So, nice idea from NiP, but, I mean, Crims with that double just making it so hard for them to win the round. And that's going to be it. 8-5, in fact, here. Fnatic Just 2 rounds left of the half, and they're looking like they could finish really strongly.
Yeah, they're looking just incredible. JW in particular right there gets the first kill, throws away his weapon, grabs the M4, and then just peeks and just completely denies the guy holding from Upper Dark. Like that, like JW's on fire right now. He was looking so good.
I gotta ask you,
and look at the aggressive play. Olafmeister pushing up mid. This is some Shoxy stuff, and it actually works. He takes out Freiburg. 1 for 1, though. He wasn't expecting a second man to be there so early.
Yeah, that's a great opening, isn't it? Very annoying as well for NiP. So whatever they were thinking, now they've got to be worried about if more of this stuff is coming up from behind. Exist just crouches into the smoke and takes down JW, but Pronax up on Catwalk will drop Get Right, and now he's getting into position to follow it up. He's going to flash... No? I thought he was going to flash Flusher in, but Flusher's is playing and going to be falling back from the elevator. So now 3v3 and NiP, look at this. They're being boxed in here.
Yeah, they are getting pushed up, and they might have heard the steps there. Exist takes the fight, though, and he wins it outright versus Pronax. So in-game leader versus ex-in-game leader. And, well, both of them ex-in-game leaders, actually. Funny how that works. 2-on-2 scenario, though, and he brings it back, and now we're going to have Crims and Flusha both alive, but not really sure if this is going to be B or A. And the remaining NiP members haven't really given away their positions yet. This flashbang, though, if these flashes go out, that's going to be it. Alu needs to get across somehow. And the timing is perfect. Flusha takes out Alu instantly. It's down to Forrest now to bring it back here for NiP in a 1v2. Shots going out from Flusha, and he gets the headshot. Done. NiP, no bomb plant either. $3,000. That is not going to be a whole lot of cabbage to work with here for the last round of this half.
Wow, I mean, that was almost a double kill from Flusher as well when they both crossed at the same time. That could have gone horribly wrong, but it still didn't work out for NiP. That's 9 and 5, and 3 scouts, 2 AKs being picked up here by NiP in the last round of the half. And I don't know. I don't think 5 rounds is quite enough T side of this map. Actually, I think they need a lot more.
Did Flusha? I think Flusha shot through or no, wait, what was this? Yeah, Flusha shot through Pronax to get that kill on Freiburg. Just saying.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, man. He still got the kill. That's all he cares about.
Get Right running up, looking over the smoke, and up onto Catwalk, making a lot of noise in the process. But over at Long, Pronax will actually go down, which means Flusha's now got a sandwich in between Long and Short, and he has to find a way out, not realizing, and now he will realize that Exist is right there. Still can't win the fight. It looks like NiP might be able to pick up the last round here. Jumping C-set 75 on JW, not going to be good enough, and Crims will be alone in the 1v3, so NiP at least get to keep this final round.
Okay, that was a pretty sick shot by Get Right, jumping scout there. That was pretty cool. Okay. Crims, let's see what he can do from CT. 1v3, bomb a ticking. He's got a kit and a single flash. And he's, yeah.
Nah, there's not much to do here. Crim's going to go back to jumping and shooting because that's been his thing all first half here, but it doesn't work out. Exist with the triple. And we are at 9-6 as we get kicked from the game in the middle of that one. Good job. We're going to be right back, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, so
winning.
I don't think that was quite enough.
All right, what was your question anyways, Anders?
I was gonna ask Semler if you're one of those people who when you roll like a 5 with a set of dice, you say that was almost a 6, because that's also not how dice work.
No.
Those people exist.
That doesn't even cross my mind, actually.
Those people exist, and if you find them, you have to tell them to stop it.
But why do I want to make these people unhappy when they're already unhappy because they're losing?
No, you want to help them. You want to help them not say stupid things in the future. You're actually doing them a favor. Okay, look, Get Right going to be off to a good start here on the second half, taking out Crims. It's 9-6 the scoreline here. And I think Fnatic are going to be fairly pleased with 9 rounds on the CT side. Now they get to play the terrorist side, which they should be pretty good on, I think. We'll see. They have been winning the last couple of times here on Dust2. Get Right coming up with another kill. And on the CT side, interestingly, he actually is playing his usual position down here. It's only on the T side that they'd put Exist there instead. Some things have changed on an IPS. He's now doing the in-game leading.
Yes, clearly. Clearly, but it is going to be all 3 players for Fnatic rushing up the A site. So this is Just a solid play from them. Get right will get the 1 dig. Well, 2 dig, basically. 2 shots does the ticket. Now Alu is going to take out Flusha as well. They do succeed in getting the bomb planted, though. But Alu, man, just dead on with his shots. No messing around here from NiP in this round. They lost Get Right, but NiP, they still managed to pick up the pistols. So that's going to be crucial, and we should see them getting up to the 9th, to a 9-9 scoreline here.
Yeah, I mean, solid round from Get Right. There's just no way around that. Those were some super impressive headshots. And with that kind of beginning, it makes you wonder, right? You always gotta wonder when NiP are playing here. Though look at Crims. He's got 20 kills, or just basically in the first half. So he's been on point as well, we could say. But you're right, likely gonna play their way into well, at least 8-9 here. I guess Fnatic are gonna be buying the next round anyway, because you can tell they've only bought P250s with this round.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty standard fare from them. Nice stack here, actually. Great read on NiP's part as far as, you know, just straight cat control. They don't even bother putting anybody over at long. They put 3 up on cat very early and actually completely stop Fnatic from pushing up in this position. Alu does get overwhelmed, however, but Get Right's able to bring it back, taking out Olofmeister. So we're back into a 4-on-4 here. Difficult thing here for Exist is that he does not want to let Fnatic get up here to control this M4 that's been dropped by Alu. So that's why, basically, NiP, they don't back off. They just hold their ground and decide to take these fights straight up with Fnatic and do a pretty good job in the end. 4 players alive at the end there.
Well, 8-9, there it is. Yeah, and you're right. They survive with 4 members, which is going to be important for the future. We saw how much that mattered for Fnatic. They had 3 rounds in a row where they survived with every single member. So once they start building up that economy, NiP had to win a lot of rounds before they even came close to any kind of eco. Orb on Alu and nothing on Fnatic, but they do have the... Well, 1 smoke already put up in the middle. They have a following one on Pronax, but... Oh, Olofmeister. He tried to run down Suicide, and there's a reason that it has that name. The good return frag from JW, though, now Exist, to help his team, has to come up with a big kill here onto Crims, but not going to work out. Crims just too fast with the AK.
And they're able to get up there fairly quickly as well. Forrest just goes rushing through mid-doors, though, takes out Flusha before Flusha can react. And now they bring it back to a 3-on-3. We do have JW still lurking at top of mid, basically, outside of Longhouse, expecting somebody to push up here from NiP, but everybody from NiP going to be closing in from Cat through CT slope as well. Forrest taking point on that. Pronax lining up with Crims. There to work together, and so far it's a 1-for-1. But JW here, he's already in position for the backstab. If they try and push up through slope to get onto the site, there you go. He does his job.
And now Alu alone in a weird crossfire here with an AWP, trying to jump and see where the other person is. He gets a shot on JW, picks up the MP7 and runs for Pronax. He's so close now here, but not going to be enough. Headshot from Pronax to finish it. Great job on him. Double kill as well. And that is going to make it 10-8. So good comeback into the second half here from Fnatic very early on, not allowing NiP to build any kind of foundation at all.
Yeah, just making sure that, well, that really they're going to be struggling. And actually, it's to the point where NiP, they will go for the Forest. They aren't going to skimp. And it's not a lot of nades to work with. It's 4 rifles, though, so that's the strong point here. And an NOA tower in mid as well. All right, then, does this work? That's the real question. Exist is waiting. He's got that angle seeing over the smoke here. And Crims is going to go up close and go for the wall bang through. 1-for-1 trade. Nicely done there by Exist, making sure that Crims is gone.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of trade definitely going to help out us. Fnatic, they've got, what, 2 Galils and an AWP, so if they can just start trading, that's definitely gonna help them out. Those Galils are not quite as powerful, but it's not like NiP have the best equipment either, and Exist comes back into it with a fantastic triple, in fact. 2 of them at the end here, but he got the first one as well, so now Olofmeister and Flusho, how do they get back into this game, or back into the round? It's not quite clear. Exist might get a couple of more kills here. Very low is Olofmeister, but he's managed to escape for the moment. He's just coming back for more and spraying through the door. Not going to quite connect, but then coming up from behind as well as Alu. Fnatic, they seem boxed in at this point. Maybe Flusha can shoot his way out. Then again, maybe he can't. Yeah,
he's going to get caught there, essentially. Get right, managing to finally get into the fray. Picks up his first kill, swaps up for that AK, so he gets rid of that nasty FAMAS. And it's Olofmeister with 1 HP, camped out in Upper Dark, and Exist is about to peek him. See, can Olofmeister hit this shot? Yes, he does. Does not miss. Nicely done by him, but now they know exactly where he is, NiP, and they're going to be willing to go on the hunt to try and pick him off, not let him hold on to that crucial sniper rifle. You got to say, there was a lot of randomness in this round, essentially.
Yes.
The fact that they decided to take that fight with Exist as well, Because JW, like, you can see, JW, he pushed forward, but then Exist came with the flash. He backed off, but then he decided to challenge again in true JW style, right? Only problem is Exist was up to the task this time.
Yeah, definitely on point Exist there. I mean, he's been all game. Look at him, 18, 4, and 13. He's actually not very far behind Crims, who's at 22, 2, and 13. So, yeah, I mean, just another really good round for Exist, which is, which is very cool. I mean, they're staying dead even at this point, right? 9 to 10. It's hard predicting. We both kind of went with Fnatic to win this, but at this point, NiP are actually showing us some really good stuff here on Dust2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, so much so that we have Fnatic actually going for a hard eco at this point. It's like JW's invested like 300 in a P250, and that is it. Fnatic just got rocked in the key round, and so this is nearly double eco territory if they can get lucky somehow to get a bomb plant. But Fnatic are not going the NiP route, right? Where they aren't going just YOLO onto B side, hope that, you know, cross your fingers and get that plant down. They're trying to slow play it, and NiP are not giving them any openings to take advantage of right now.
It's like you don't even recognize NiP anymore. It's like it's Get Right almost playing like a Scream style, which is like tapping away with the M4A1 as well. That first headshot was really great, but obviously Fnatic didn't have armor or anything, so just a kind of
you know what's funny though?
What? Go on.
The fact that last night, he's like, when we saw TSM versus Titan, right? And he was just like, well, that's why you don't run through, you don't rush B. He said this several times, right? And then what did NiP do on their T side? Like, repeatedly, rush B site. It's like, okay, NiP coach. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw Dust2 under the bus real quick. You know, thank you. Dust my hands. Yeah, okay.
You know what? I wouldn't pick a fight with Dust2 over stuff like this. Like, I'm sure NiP are like, yeah, old man Dust2, you say what you want, but you gotta remember, man, Dust2 has 2 kids. He knows how to scold some people if he needs to. He's gonna call them in for a meeting and say, look, boys, this is not gonna fly. When I say jump, you jump, and that's it. So, yeah, gotta be careful with that stuff. Listen to Dust2, man. Don't try and outsmart him.
I'm wondering what he told Exist today, because Exist right now is hitting all the shots. He is.
There's no dessert until you clutch it. That's just how it works.
You don't get to watch your favorite series.
Yeah.
You go straight to bed.
None of that stuff. None of that stuff. Next time we're at the airport and everyone else is getting hot dogs, you're not going to get one. Unless you clutch this round. I'm not sure how they actually try and like put pressure on people. I've never been a coach in this game, but yeah, sure. That's how I do it, you know. If you want to hire me as a coach, then contact me on Twitter. Freiburg playing on the back box here. There's definitely a bit of a weird angle. Normally people play on the low ground here, like this. Forest, though, going to pick up their kill. Good crossfire here. Doesn't get the second one, though, which is a problem. Now, it's 20 seconds left for this 3v3, and making a crossover while Exist is flashed is Crims, although he did take a lot of damage. And the rest of NiP coming back into it here. Bomb goes down, and there is 2 kits, and all the grenades have just been used by NiP. And JW goes down. That's a great headshot. Olofmeister with a return, and inside the bomb site, look how low they are.
Well, Get Right takes out Crims, and then through the door. Actually, Get Right to pick up that kill onto Olofmeister, the last one through, but Exist was dead on as well. Great predictions, great reads, and great setup by Exist, essentially, with that flash to peek in on JW. He just predicted exactly where JW would be playing from. So really well done there. Exist, man, he is catching up. 21 frags to his name, although he's catching up, but then Crims is actually doing his work to keep ahead as well. 24 frags for him. Still, NiP in the lead here for, what, is that the first time on the CT side? Essentially.
Yeah, I think so. They've been trying to catch up. Now they are in a 1-round lead. Big shout out to all of you tuning in here, all 105,000 of you. That's kind of ridiculous for a best of, one online game, but great job. You guys are keeping us company and making us happy here. Freiburg trying to keep himself happy and surely put a smile on his face as he gets a triple spray down. Forest coming in to try and help him up. He's exactly 1 second too late. That's very sad indeed, but still great job here on Freiburg, keeping his cool. And just to point this out, playing with the M4A4 as well. So he had another 10 bullets in there to get the 3rd kill. So I'm gonna say that's the reason why it worked.
Right. Yeah, no, dude. That's why everybody else in the world uses A1s. That's why, dude. That's why A1, man. It's all about the pew-pew lasers. It's not about being loud and proud. But, Freiburg, if he wants to have the M4A4, depends on the position that you're playing, I suppose.
It does. And I mean, at this point, almost every pro prefers the A1 instead. Olofmeister saw it coming that Aloe was going to get boosted up on Catwalk and ends up getting the kill. And Get Right's also very low at the beginning of this round. So is Pronex, but this is obviously advantage for Fnatic, and let's see if NiP can bring it back. Might have to be Exist here. Are they going to grenade the corner? They will. Can they get the spray? Flusher has to cross, and he goes to sort of squat in the fire, just trying to get himself warm before he runs. Someone told him that in gym class at someone, like, remember to warm up before you go for a run, and he's like, I'll just sit in this fire for a while and then I'll move out.
That'll get the ticket done. Yeah, I'll get the job done.
Oh, look at this flashbang over an Exist. That's, well, I was going to say perfect, except for the part where he spent 16 bullets on getting the headshot. But apart from that, it's damn near perfect from Exist. It's going to be a 3v4 now. Crims, JW, and Pronex left with 45 seconds on the clock. They need a good entry frag to make their way into a bomb site somewhere. And it could be up here if they can take out Get Right or Exist. Then they should be able to zone out the other player and then make it into the site. They've got a grenade as well and a couple of flashbangs as well. That smoke goes off into CT spawn. Usually a big tell that a B push is coming, and you can tell that Forest, he's actually going to go and check. So now he knows that that's not what's happening. A lot of information. Great peek by Forest.
Yeah, Freiburg already rotating over as well. They know what's up. Get Right's in position in Goose, however, but Exist is laying in. Crims takes out Get Right, and Crims with the double kill. He's got that AWP, and he gets the job done, but 8 seconds left is not a whole lot of time for him to play with. It's going to come down to Forest actually boosting up onto this site. Spots out Crims, but the smoke is there to save him, but that sets it up for Freiburg, who's rotated through, and Crims puts up a valiant fight, but he's not able to get the job done in the end, and that'll be a 13th round on the board for NiP.
Yeah, good stuff. A tough beginning to the round for NiP here, but they managed to pull their way through. And a good indication or a good sort of reminder that sometimes the big plays are just what we saw right there with Forest peeking into middle after the smoke went up. Smoke to CT spawn. I mean, usually you'll see the terrorist team sort of going for a bit of a B push. So as soon as he sees that no one is there, he knows exactly what's up. Aloe going to get the first kill on Olofmeister as well. And JW still hiding in middle, will tag up Aloe through the door, but still advantage with NiP. They're just 3 rounds away from taking a victory here against Fnatic, but Aloe goes down, so it's back into a 4v4.
So close between these two teams, man. They just keep trading back and forth so effectively. I mean, granted, NiP have got a 3-round lead, so they've got their streak going for them. Now it's up to Fnatic to bring this back, and 4-on-4 will favor the T side just because there's going to be less of a defense, basically, towards the site that they go to. Except that Forest is able to catch out JW. And then roasts Exist! Oh, that's horrible. He banked that right onto Exist. That was perfect. Nearly pulled a Freiburg. It's a good thing that wasn't an HE or Exist would be dead.
Oh, nice headshot. Speaking of Exist, and also Get Right looking up behind on long there. Flushing out all alone. Gets a really quick flick there. Can't get the next one through, and he's still in the 1v3. This is not looking good for Fnatic. They have very low money as well, and Flusher goes down. No bomb plant, no nothing. The Fnatic team, they're in the deep wing. They've lost, what, like 5 rounds in a row, 6 rounds in a row, so they're going to get the loss bonus, but this looks like NiP are about to beat Fnatic, and I would even say like a fairly comfortable win here if it ends up like 16-10. That would be impressive.
I agree, but it's like we were saying to begin with, right? They need this win right now in NiP, so they are highly motivated. They don't have any room for error, and NiP, man, they're like they've forever been the team that just does not know how to give up, and we're getting a good example of that. Exist, man. Exist is just like Exist not calling has actually just completely liberated this guy to go nuts right now. He's nearly dropping a 30 bomb. He's going toe to toe with Crims.
Yeah, he's really playing well. That was also JW essentially ending up in a sea of fire and with 2 HEs right on top of him, which means you're going to get slowed down from the HEs and you're standing in fire. Olofmeister, if that Molotov had spread even 1 pixel, he would be gone as well from the tick there. He's going to run back into Get Right. So, well, actually, he's going to get caught by Forest before he gets there, but Get Right's also controlling the bomb at top mid, and Flusher and Crims are going to be left here. 2v3 as Freiburg went down, but still a horrible position here for the Fnatic team. This looks like it's about to be match and map point here for NiP. Bit of a shock, really.
Yeah, this is one hell of a turnaround. Now that they've got Alu up there camping on the bomb, there's both players for Fnatic, though, but it looks like they're going to double up and go together rather than try and split up. And yeah, okay, it's Get Right up here. My mistake. Misread the number there. Get Right holding. Now, basically, he's going to have teammates rotating in from long as well, so this is going to get a bit tricky here for Fnatic. Do they realize that somebody's up here? Or do they just run right back into Forest, who gets a double kill and cleans it up? 15 rounds on the board here for NiP.
Yeah, good job on Forest. He only lost 3 kills of the round for himself. He's at 15, so it's not like he's really sort of accelerating at this point, but he's still doing what he needs to do, just the basics, basically. 15-10 match and map point. Fnatic forced to play with 2 Galils, 3 AKs, and 2 smokes, and one of them already used in the middle to block off there. So, very, very tough position right now for Fnatic to be in. They need to win 10 in a row to get the overtime, otherwise it's all over.
Yeah, 10 in a row. Okay. Well, nice nade by Alu. Full damage pretty much onto JW, nearly down to 50 HP for him, so that's going to soften him up good, but it's looking like it's going to be a B split, and that actually completely catches Get Right off guard. He was expecting the smoke to go down first. Instead, both players for NiP caught looking the wrong way on the B site, and that is perfection. Fnatic, they're going to be able to get out onto this site, no problem at all. So, I mean, so on point essentially that NiP, they aren't even rotating. Exist kind of ventures out through Long House, but he gets caught by Pronax, who's lurking back, and Alu should be able to live with this. That's if Fnatic allow him to.
They might as well. It doesn't really make a big difference. They're not going to be saving much money anyway, so might as well try and go for it here. NiP do have a pretty ridiculous bank, including plus 10,000 on Alu. Saving the op would still be kind of nice just because of the 1,250 on Exist, which means Alu could just buy like 1 rifle and wouldn't have to spend his like a large part of his bank. But regardless, NiP will obviously buy in the next round. Alu trying to make his escape and hiding maybe a little bit too soon here. Olofmeister coming around the corner. Oh, he's going to stab him, but he gets shot in the face. So no knife kill at least, but no AWP saved either. 15 for 11 here. 12,400 in fact on Alu as the round starts. So no problem to buy here at all.
Well done, Olaf. And he did it the wrong way as well. He went for 2 stabs. Come on, don't you know? Slice, slice, stab, Olaf. Slice, slice, stab. All right. Well, 11 rounds for Fnatic now, 15 for NiP, and already Fnatic pushing through aggressively into lower halls. They do have control of Long as well. And Get Right is currently Get Right basically just trying to hold this. I mean, with the help of Alu, he's going to start off strong, picking off the first man. That's Pronax now pinned down behind Blue. He's not allowed to escape. Get Right is there, and Alu tag teams it, takes out Flusha. So it's down to Crims, and it's down to JW, and it's now just JW alone here in a 1v4 for Fnatic.
Oh, what a disaster. Just NiP with great long control. They really had that locked down. Freiburg going to take out JW, and it will be a victory for NiP. Great stuff on their part here. 16-11. They defeat Fnatic on Dust2 for the ESL ESEA Pro League. Now, I'm going to switch it on back to the camera for a little bit, guys, but we will obviously have another couple of games coming up for you. And the next one, let me just check it out just so that I'm not saying anything silly here. Next one should be Dignitas and Navi, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
And that starts in about 5 minutes. Again, the breaks are going to be really short here, so stay with us, and we'll be right back after a quick commercial break.